The second chapter of Syracuse Club Baseball is underway. It's the Orange versus the Siena Saints. 3-5 are the Saints, and the Orange come into this one 5-3 in conference play. It's the rubber match between these two teams. First game went to the Saints, a 14-0 loss for Syracuse, but they bounced back 9-8 in game 2. Some weather conditions got in the way of game 1, and it was a clean match in game 2, and it couldn't be a more beautiful day for baseball, Jack.
Yeah, it was a tough one for Syracuse first time out. I was talking to the player coach, Jake Kleiman, of course, the president of the club, and he said it just didn't go their way. One of their best arms got dinged up a little bit. It happens. But they're really hoping to take the rubber match here, win the series. That should be the goal every time.
Syracuse, a big point of focus coming into this year in the fall was getting pitchers, just getting that volume of arms up, and that's exactly what they've done. They've almost doubled their entire pitching staff, And on the bump today, it's Ben Thomas for Syracuse. He started the season for the Orange with a win, has been terrific throughout, but definitely their ace as we head into the latter half of the season. 2-0 on the year, a 3.6 ERA through 10 innings pitched. Very solid arm for the Orange. Syracuse in their beautiful powder blue jerseys with that orange script across the chest and that orange lettering on the back. Same baby blue to match, think UNC Chapel Hill colors, and that navy blue cap with the orange S. Siena, that green, kind of a forest green top with white pants, and the yellow lettering across the chest with the numbers on the back. First pitch from Thomas, down the middle, strike one. Upstairs. A 1-0 count, here it comes. Taken, and that's in the zone. 1-1 count now to Matt Hagen for Siena. He's in at second base today. Again, Thomas on the bump, 1-1. Here it comes to Hagen. Takes it, and that just catches the zone. A breaking ball finds the floor. 1-2 to Hagen.
That was a really nice breaking ball there, Rowan. Just dotted that inside corner with it.
Here's the pitch. Swung on, popped up, foul behind the fence. We'll do the 1-2 again. Hagen, 35 at-bats, hitting .343 on the year. Very solid contributor for the Saints. Really the bulk of this lineup in their first three hitters, all of them hitting above 300 on the year. Here comes the 1-2. Swung again, fouled back. The fifth pitch will come in just a moment, but 1-2 now to Hagen.
You have to watch out. Those cars back there could be in danger right behind the parking lot.
That's always a concern with these games is the safety of the motor vehicles. 1-2, here it comes. Taken just upstairs. That breaking ball can't quite find the zone. 2-2 now to Hagen.
It seemed like it just wrapped around the plate with that one. Really just barely missed.
12 hits on the year for Hagen, 4 walks, 35 at-bats, 2-2. Thomas shakes off the first few, but now he's got one he likes. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Got him. First batter of the ball game retired off a beautiful fastball from Thomas. Hagen will take a seat, and it'll bring up Josh Delnicki in at center field for the Saints.
It's a well-worked at-bat from Thomas. He obviously, Hagen started to catch up with him a little bit, but he ended up finding it in the end. And I think the fastball, going back to it, was the right choice.
First pitch downstairs for ball one into Delnicki, hitting .333 on the year in his 39 at-bats. .871 OPS. Again, a very front-loaded batting order for Siena. Here's the second pitch, swung on, bouncing ball to short. Sawada gets under it. A quick throw to first is in time. It'll put Delnicki back to the dugout and a quick 2 outs for the Orange. The speed of Sawada on display like he never left. It's going to be a key for Syracuse, getting him in his groove both offensively and in the outfield.
I mean, he is the star player of this team without a doubt. He hit a ridiculous clip in the fall, looking to continue it here.
First pitch fouled back, aiming towards a car. No insurance enacted on that one. It's a foul ball, 0-1. Thomas looking to make it a 1-2-3 top of the first. Shane Selzak up to the plate for Siena, doing the catching today for the Saints. Selzak calls time. 0-0 ball game, 2 away, base path completely clear as Selzak steps back into the box, ready to take the 0-1 from Thomas. And here it comes. Swung on, popped up to right center field. Hustling after it is Grimaldi, and he can't make the grab. That's a fair ball as Selzak pushes to second. Here comes the throw. He'll get there standing. The first hit of the ball game for the Saints comes with an extra base. Selzak gets on second.
It's just a good piece of hitting. Saw the fastball. He liked it and drove it into the gap.
His 5th double of the season, Selzak, one of the best extra base hitters for this Saints crew. And now in the cleanup spot, it's Lazarus Wibicki.
What a name. They've got a courtesy runner out there for Slezak. It's Colby Robb coming in.
Colby Robb running for Slezak. Slezak 6'3", 215, a bit of a chunkier guy, so I like that swap out of them.
I mean, the power was on display. That's where it comes from. He can drive the ball.
First pitch downstairs for ball 1 to Lazarus Wibicki. Wibicki steps back in. 1-0 count with a runner at second. Thomas checks in on him and now deals the 1-0. That one's a little high. A 2-0 count now to Lazarus. I'm going to call him Lazarus because I think his first name it's just too good to throw away like that. Do you agree? As Lazarus fouls back the 2-0.
I absolutely do agree.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
It's a really incredible name.
It's awesome.
It's a baseball name, but it's not a traditional baseball name.
No, yeah. Sometimes it's, what's a traditional gunner?
I think of like Jet Williams.
Yeah. Jet Williams, such a baseball name. And Thomas is going to check in, Green's going to check in with Thomas. Oliver Green behind the dish for Syracuse. While they're doing that, let's take you through the field for Syracuse. Behind the dish, it's Oliver Green, then Jack Corrado at first base. Adam Newfield comes in at second, and then the stud, Keenan Sawada, in at short. He had a few errors in his last game, very uncharacteristic, but he's been clean through these first few batters. Then it's Brandon Phillips in at third. He's back from injury. Then Kyle Grimaldi in right field. Solway in center, and Jake Kleiman in at left. Here's the pitch. Taken upstairs, 3-1 now to Lazarus. Lot of volume from the Siena dugout as Lazarus steps in for the 3-1. Thomas eyes him down. A lot of strafing going on from the second base runner. Thomas checks in on him. And here's the 3-1. Taken inside for ball 4. A 5-pitch walk. Lazarus will take his base. It's the first walk of the day for Ben Thomas, his 9th of the year, to just 14 strikeouts. Callan Hemroth steps in now, third baseman for the Saints. Checks in at the second base spot, and everyone's safe.
A bit of a lollipop throw over to second there.
Right, just to remind him that
it's not your ace move.
That he's watching.
Yeah.
286 hitter is Callan Hemroth. Gets on base half the time. Just 7 at-bats, though. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A big hack from Hemroth. Count runs 1-1.
It was a good fastball right at the letters. Not too much movement on it. Just blew it by him.
Hemroth steps back in. Runners at second and first with 2 away here in the top of the first. A clean ball game, 0-0. Thomas, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Another big hack, but all air for Hemroth. 1-2 to him. Hemroth, a freshman, his first year with the Saints, and his first year at Siena in general. Here's the pitch. That's a ball, and both runners will advance. A bit of a bobble from Oliver Green behind the dish. It'll put 2 Saints in scoring position, and it'll run the count even 2-2.
At the end of the day, you're okay letting those runners advance. You need to get the batter at the plate out.
2-2, runners at second and third. 1-2, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, punched him out. Thomas gets out of an early game jam, and the Orange will take to the plate. 0-0 ball game. We'll be back in a minute. Syracuse at the plate for the first time today. Bottom of the first here from Dave Kinney Field in Syracuse, just about 10-15 minutes outside of Syracuse University. The Saints in the field for the first time, and it's our first taste of Casey Hockenberg on the bump. At the plate, though, Keenan Sawada leading off for the Orange, their top offensive contributor, but he takes the first pitch, a steaming fastball right in the heart of the zone. 0-1 for Sawada, hitting .483 on the year, SU's top contributor in his 29 at-bats, and he swings at the second pitch, lofted to left field. Hustling after it is Edwards, and he can't make the grab. That's a fair ball. Sawada hustling to second, and he will hold up there. A stand-up double for Keenan Sawada, and the Orange are moving quick.
I mean, who else was going to start the game off like that for Syracuse?
It's just so expected from Sawada, his 5th extra base hit of the year. He officially leads the team. Jack Corrado passes him. Now it's Adam Newfield at the dish. .471, SU's second highest contributor. A ton of good bats for Syracuse as Newfield swings on the first pitch, bouncing ball to short, throwing over to first in time. Wybick makes the easy grab and puts Newfield out quick, but Sawada does advance to third, so now just 90 feet away from the first run of the ball game, and it could come off an RBI from Jack Corrado.
I mean, Corrado is one of the most lethal hitters on this team. You know, he does have his weaknesses. He strikes out a lot. He takes strike one there, but he can drive the ball. Hockenberry, you know, he's got a passable 4 ERA, but the Orange can do some damage here.
4 extra base hits on the year for Corrado, looking for his 9th RBI with Sawada at third. Swings on the second pitch, bouncing ball to the pitcher, throws it to home, and Sawada's out. Slid on his chest, dirtied that powder blue, but to no avail. The throw to the plate was in time. Corrado will advance on fielder's choice.
It's a heads-up play from Hockenberry in the field. A lot of pitchers would go to first there, accept the run, but no, he saw he had enough time, even with Sawada, like a steam train down the line.
Yeah, he's tough to catch. Swings on the first pitch. Greer at the plate now for Syracuse, a sophomore in his second year with the team. A Syracuse native, 22 at-bats, hit 182 on the year. Second pitch way high, 1-1 to Greer.
I think the average, that was his 2024 average. This year he's been far better. He's hitting almost 400, OPS over 1.1.
Definite improvement. Swings on the third pitch, can't get it. 1-2 now to Greer. He'll take a step out.
It's been one of the more lethal bats in the lineup this year. He's somebody that this team really relies on.
Jack swings the 1-2, and for good reason. It's outside. 2-2. Greer will face as he steps in. Designated hitter for Syracuse today. After him, it would be Kleiman. Corrado at first. 2 away here in the bottom of the first. No runs on the board. Nearly got one out of Sawada, but he got pinned down at home. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Side retired. What looked like a near Orange run turns into nothing for Syracuse. We're even, 0-0. We'll head to the top of the second. Stick with us. Top of the second, clean ball game, 0-0 from Dave Kinney Field in Syracuse, New York. I'm Rowan Mastrangelo alongside Jack Elliott. And Kellen Edwards, or as the Siena dugout refers, just taking the plate.
Classic baseball nickname.
Right, that's a fun meshing of the two. Well, Kedwards is a sophomore here at Siena. 30 at-bats, 300 on the year. So a solid hitter for Siena as Thomas deals the first pitch. Take in, fastball upstairs. 1-0 to Edwards. Thomas got out of that first inning. 2 strikeouts, went through 5 batters. But we've got a change in the outfield. Here comes the second pitch. Swung on, popped up to center field. It's Timmy Wilcox who will call it off and make the grab. That would have been Matthew Solway, but he suffered a knee injury during warm-ups. The severity of it's still unknown, but it was enough to put him out for the rubber match today against the Saints. So instead, Timmy Wilcox makes the play in center field. That's 1 out here in the top of the second, and Braden Langton takes the plate now in the 7th slot. That's a ball. 1-0 to him. Langton in at left field today for the Saints. Swings at the second pitch, popped up foul behind the fence. 1-1 to Langton. Langton, a junior for Siena, 273 on the year. Here's the pitch. Take in, just drops in the zone. A pretty breaking ball from Thomas. Harnessing that early would be great.
God, I love the curve on that. Just looks like it might almost hit him. Drops way back into the zone. That's beautiful.
1-2, Thomas eyeing down his prey in Langton. Sets, but he'll step out. Langton takes some time. 0-0 game, none away, base path clear. Langton steps back in the box. 1-2. Here comes Thomas. Swung on, roped foul. A steamer down the first baseline, but just drifted out of play.
He got a good piece of that ball, Rowan. Just couldn't straighten it out.
A little late. Langton, just 3 hits on the year. 6'3", 195, a definite presence in that box. Here comes the 1-2. It's fouled again. He'll stay alive. That one showed a little bit of hesitance on, but just clipped that bottom part of the bat. Wanted to make contact before he committed to his swing. As that one runs outside, just couldn't quite paint that outside corner. So 2-2 now as Langton steps back in.
Thomas has more velocity on his fastball, but the control is down a little bit.
2-2 from Thomas. Here it comes. Take in, strike 3. Got him looking. That curveball is just too deceiving as Thomas finds his 3rd victim of the night.
It's a great pitch. He went right back to it, Rowan. He used it before. It worked. Threw a couple fastballs, threw him off his rhythm, and finished him off.
Why change if something's working? Brings up Nathan Lucas, who swings at the first pitch, and it just runs foul. Kleiman was ready to make the throw from 3rd to 1st, but Lucas will step back. That's Phillips at 3rd. Kleiman's behind him in left field. So Braden Phillips in at 3rd. Second pitch just outside. Thomas looking for that curveball again, but the placement just a little too outside. 1-1. No one on the base path, 2 away in the top of the second. And that one also won't find the zone. Another breaking ball that's just a little bit outside. Lucas steps back in. And here's the pitch. Take in, that one will find the zone. The same pitch, but located correctly this time.
Yeah, that's the same pitch that he got Langdon out on just before.
Right. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Dropped 3rd strike. Green tags him. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Thomas. 3 strikeouts on the day for Ben Thomas. Syracuse will head back to the dish. Stick with us. Bottom of the second here as Jake Lyman steps in. First pitch taken, but that's a called strike. Jake Lyman, president of Syracuse Club Baseball, has been such a vocal leader for this squad. Couldn't see anyone else doing it, and his teammates agree. They absolutely adore him as Kleiman takes the second pitch outside for ball one, a 1-1 count. Hockenberg in for his second inning of work, struck out one batter, went through 4. Here's the pitch. Kleiman swings on it, and it's fouled just over our heads. 1-2, Kleiman will step away. Hockenberg sets and fires. Kleiman, a low swing, bouncing ball to second. Handled well, throw to first, high but caught. Kleiman out. A decent throw. Could have gone wrong. It's handled well.
Kleiman was moving too, but something I'm noticing, Hockenberg, a lefty.
It's rare.
Yeah, not
Southpaw,
something you see all
you'd
that
call
often. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Hockenberg, one of the pitchers on this Siena lineup. And here's the first pitch swung on by Wilcox. That one's towards center field, but it's retrieved. Caught by Delnicki. He did the dash to get there just in time. Wilcox with some good contact, but to no avail. We're talking about Hockenberg, one of the many starting pitchers on this Siena lineup. In SU's last game against Siena, a bit of a scandal at the bump. Pitches were moving a lot, and the umpire went over to check out the Siena pitcher. Here's the first pitch here, taken for ball 1 against Brandon Phillips. Went to check out the pitcher, and there's some sticky substance under the hat and in the glove as Phillips swings on the 1-0, 1-1 count now to him. So that pitcher is currently being evaluated by the NCBA. Haven't released any further information, but definitely an interesting blow to the Siena dugout. As that one rolls towards second base, it's handled well. The throw to first in time. Phillips retired. But a very interesting scenario that happened last game.
Yeah, I mean that's a scandal, right?
Right.
You don't hear too much about that.
No, you don't. The side's retired, but yeah, very interesting. I've never heard that happening in the NCBA. I've never heard that really happening. I haven't seen a lot of that in college baseball. You definitely don't see it in the pros anymore. But maybe.
Well, they really cracked down on the sticky stuff in the pros.
Right.
Rowan, I mean, that was a whole thing. You saw Garrett Cole, Trevor Bauer.
Sure.
They all kind of had something about the sticky stuff happen with them. You saw, that iconic Garrett Cole press conference where they ask him, and he just kind of goes, I don't know.
I don't know. That's probably what he did.
Yeah. And, I think there are levels to it. I think, a little Vaseline on the cap is fine.
Right.
The spider tack, that's what they were using in the majors. That's more on the line.
That's what they were using here.
That was spider tack?
Allegedly. That's allegedly what one of the Syracuse players was telling me. Obviously, that's, a fairly biased source. Again, this all comes from Syracuse dugout and the other broadcasters that were there at the time. But still nothing definitive yet from NCBA and no long-term decision on the pitcher and what will happen to him. But definitely interesting, and I wouldn't be surprised, if that kind of ups the stakes here, maybe a little bit of animosity.
Right, of course. You never want something like that to happen in a game that you're playing. And it reads as a little bit, it's a little bit cheap.
A little bit, but no problem as Ben Thomas takes the bump. Hockenberry's looked clean today, so no problem. Nothing definitive of the Siena program whatsoever. But
Of course not.
Of course not. But we're at the back of the order here in Jacob Naganast as Ben Thomas in for his third inning of work. 4 strikeouts already through just 2 innings.
Really settled down in that second inning.
Here's the first pitch. Take in a fastball. Just paints the corner. 0-1 to Naganast.
Yeah, he settled down in that second inning. 2 quick strikeouts.
Second pitch runs inside. Naganast takes a step out. 1-1. Thomas sets. He's pitching quick here. That one upstairs. A breaking ball. He couldn't quite locate it. 2-1. Thomas sets and fires. Swung on. Popped up towards heart of center field. No one's there to claim it. That's a base hit for Naganast. He's headed to second. The throw will not get there in time. He gets there standing. The third double of the day for both teams, but the second for the Saints. Naganast in scoring position.
Hey, the bottom hitter of the order coming through. That's maybe a little reverse leadoff situation. But prior to this, he was only hitting 188 on the season. It's only his second extra base hit.
An uncharacteristic double for Nagging-Nast, but it comes in a great spot with Matthew Hagen at the plate. He struck out in his first at-bat, but has been playing great this year with 343 average. Swings and misses on the first pitch. Fastball whizzes past him. 0-1. Thomas will take back to the bump. Again, a runner at second and none away here in the top of the third. Still waiting for these first runs to come about at Dave Kinney Field in Syracuse. It's Nagging-Nast at second. The second pitch fouled off outside of the stadium. 0-2 to Hagen. He'll step away and make some eye contact with Nagging-Nast at second as Thomas and Green trading signs. Thomas likes what he got from Oliver Green behind the dish, checks in at second base where Nagging-Nast resides, and a soft throw just to reel him back in. Nagging-Nast taking a decent lead off second, 7 or 8 feet. Thomas, eyes down Green, sets, and fires. The 0-2. Taken, whizzes past Green. It'll push Nagging-Nast to second. That's a wild pitch. Nagging-Nast now just 90 feet away.
It's interesting comms from the Syracuse sidelines right now. They're saying on second, he's got the sign. He's got Oliver Green's signs, and so he's motioning like they do in the majors. You wave your right arm, wave your left arm based on what you think.
So he's
coming.
communicating with his
The
batter
yes,
on what pitch Thomas is going to throw.
Right.
Very interesting. First pitch, big hack. Nothing to it, though. Delnicki, strike one. Or no, that's Hagen. That's strike three. Excuse me. That's the fifth strikeout for Ben Thomas. Beautiful.
He's working. And
he
now,
is working.
With a runner not on second, you can't really get those signs anymore.
First pitch swung on, but fouled back. 0-1. Now it's Josh Delnicki at the plate, another qualified hitter. These are big strikeouts. 2 strikeouts already against Matt Hagen, the premier hitter for Siena. Really good showing from Thomas, and this is exactly what you need out of your ace. Green, a couple signs. Thomas agrees on one of them. Delnicki swings on it. Roller to short. Sawada gets it. Throws to first. And that's out, but Nagging-Nast gets home. That's the first run of the day for both teams. A Siena lead 1-0 off an RBI from Delnicki.
They were playing the infield in. Sawada checked in at home, but did not have time to make the throw.
Right.
Yeah.
First pitch outside to Selzak. Shane Selzak roped a double in the first, and that is where his time ended. Second pitch to Slezak, drops in. There's that breaking ball again. A ton of movement. 1-1 count now to Slezak. Siena leads 1-0 in the top of the third. Here's this third pitch, clips the zone again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That breaking ball, tried and true for Thomas. 1-2 as Slezak steps back in. 1 away here in the top of the third. No runners on the base path. That one runs upstairs. A 2-2 count as Slezak takes time.
As I was saying before, you got the speedy Nagging-Nast at third. He's a shortstop, and Sawada knows. Doesn't have time to go home.
2-2, here it comes, swing and a miss, got him. The 6th victim for Ben Thomas gets Slezak swinging and retires the side. Ben Thomas dominance. Don't play with him. 1-0, Siena leads. Stick with us. 1-0 Syracuse looking to respond to the first run of the ball game that came in the top of the third off an RBI from Josh Delnicki, center fielder for the Saints. It's Oliver Green at the plate for Syracuse, his first at-bat of the day. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. A big swing from Green. 1-2 count. Green steps back in, Hockenberry in for his third inning of work, deals quickly, and that one's just low. 2-2 now to Green. Low. 2-2 now to Green. Catcher known for his defense, but can also swing a little bit, also warrants a good amount of walks. He's got 5 of them on the year. That's second on the team. Tied with Robbie Frigola. Count 3-2, tied with Robbie Frigola. Count 3-2, here it is, swing and a miss. Got him with the breaking ball. Green grimaces off the plate, and Hockenberry smiles at his second victim of the afternoon. 1 away here in the bottom of the third. Siena up 1-0. First pitch into Grimaldi at the end of the lineup. That's a ball. He'll step away. Grimaldi in at right field for Syracuse. 235 on the year through his 17 at-bats, and he takes the second pitch. That's also a ball, this time outside.
Yeah, Grimaldi doesn't get a ton of reps, but when he does, he likes to walk, and I think we'll see that here.
2 walks on the year for Grimaldi as he ropes 1 foul. That one just drifted towards the left side. Was really no question about it, but got a decent piece of contact on there. Grimaldi steps back in. A 1-1 count. A deep squat from Grimaldi as Hockenberry fires low. 2-1. A 3-1 count. Grimaldi steps in. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Drifting fair. That one's just past the third baseman. Grimaldi, just his 4th hit of the year. Puts him aboard.
It's an opportune time for him to get his 4th hit of the year.
All right, flips us back to the top of the order. It's Keenan Sawada, who, if you know anything about him, he just deals and deals and deals. He keeps giving when there's nothing left to give. 483 hitter on the year, roped a double in the top of the first. Made it to third, but that's as far as he got. Here's the first pitch to him. Swung on, fouled above us. 0-1.
Keep an eye on Kyle Grimaldi here at second, Rowan. He definitely has some speed that he can put to use.
Oh, and it nails Sawada. He chucks his bat. He wanted a full stay at the plate to try and make something happen and push Grimaldi forward, but instead, Kyle Grimaldi heads to second, and Sawada, hit by a pitch, goes to first. Opening day for Syracuse when they played Boston University, Keenan Sawada got hit, not a joke, like 3 or 4 times. You remember that?
It was insane. Yeah, of course.
That was ridiculous.
He just kept getting nailed. It was wild.
It's nothing he hasn't experienced before. And now it's Adam Newfield at the plate. Takes the first pitch just upstairs for ball 1. A pretty breaking ball, very similar to Ben Thomas's, but couldn't find the zone there. 1-0 to Newfield. Runners at second and first, Newfield and Sawada respectively. Here's the pitch, swung on, popped up to right field. Langdon settles underneath it, makes the grab, and both runners head back to their bases. Sawada at first and Grimaldi at second. That's 2 away now in the bottom of the third.
And, over at second, Grimaldi thought about running.
Yes,
but opted to come back to the bag. A good arm out in right field, Langdon.
Just a little too risky, and you also know who you have next in Jack Corrado, a powerful hitter. If he makes contact, he'll probably be able to get you around from second to home. So Corrado steps in, swinging a foul. He fouls it back, 0-1. Corrado reached first on a fielder's choice in the top of the first, but then Greer quickly struck out. Corrado, a 400 hitter with 4 extra base hits in last year's season, but this year hitting 400 again, 3 extra base hits in less time. So making similar pace as he takes the second pitch downstairs. 1-1 count to Corrado. 6'2", 200 pounds, a senior leader for Syracuse. Roommates with Jake Kleiman. Fun fact. 1-1, runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. Take in. That's a ball. A 2-1 count as Corrado steps back in. Sawada at first, the real speed for Syracuse, but Grimaldi at second, also some decent speed. That one's taken. 3-1 to Corrado. Walked 3 times this year. Has struck out 5. 3-1. Hockenberry sets. Hasn't walked anyone yet today. Here's the pitch. And that'll be his first. Corrado chucks the bat, and it puts the base path at full capacity for Jackson Greer. 3 RBIs on the year, an opportunity to get a lot more with runners at third, second, and first. Meeting at the plate for Hockenberry, it's the catcher and team's coach. Chopping it up with him. Obviously 2 away here, so an opportunity to get out of this jam, but the jam is still present nonetheless. Runners all around. Meeting's done with. Slezak heads back behind the dish, where he'll do the catching for Siena, and Hockenberry gets ready to try and get Siena out of this jam, but he's got to get through Jackson Greer first. A 385 hitter on the year, has almost doubled his average from last season. Greer struck out in the top of the first as he swings on the first pitch and misses. He had 2 runners aboard in the top of the first and an opportunity to drive them home, but he couldn't do it. Struck out swinging. Now he's got that opportunity again here in the top of the third. Swings on the second pitch, and that's a base hit. Clean in the heart of center field. 1 runner comes around to score. Here's a second. The big Corrado stuck at third puts runners on the corners. A 2-run single for Greer, and the Orange on top, 2-1.
It's a great piece of hitting. He saw the fastball on the first pitch, was a little bit behind it, timed it up really well on the second. Just drove it into right field.
Corrado in scoring position at third. And Greer at first off an RBI single. Syracuse leads 2-1 in the bottom of the third. Kleiman swings on the first pitch. It dribbles to second. The throw to first. On time and on target. Side retired, but not before Syracuse gets on the board. The Orange lead 2-1 off an RBI single from Jackson Greer. Stick with us as we head to the top of the fourth from Dave Kinney Field in Syracuse. Syracuse up 2-1 in the top of the fourth inning from Dave Kinney Field. I'm Rowan Mastrangelo alongside Jack Elliott. A very productive inning for Syracuse. It was Jackson Greer who wrote his wrongs from the first inning. He had 2 runners aboard, and then he struck out. Then in the third, he had another opportunity with the bases loaded and 2 outs to make something happen. And this is exactly what he did. A base hit brought 2 runners home, and now Syracuse on top.
I got my song playing, Rowan.
Fat Bottom Girls?
Yeah,
That's you, man.
I love that song.
It's a good song. Shout out Queen. Very diverse discography. Fat Bottom Girls, it's a good one. You sang that
I did.
for a cappella.
Yes, this is true.
You want to share some?
No, not right now.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty positive.
You're sure?
Yeah, the
All
stream I do not think needs a live performance of Fat Bottom Girls.
Okay, that's fine. Well, the first pitch whizzed past Lazarus here. Awesome name.
We'll mention it every time.
Lazarus in at first base. He was walked in the first and now back up for his second plate appearance today. Here's the pitch to him from Ben Thomas. Swung on, popped to right field. It's Grimaldi who will track it and make the easy grab. One away early here in the top of the fourth. Lazarus is retired, and it brings up Callan Hemroth.
Oh, he's getting some chirps from the dugout.
Nothing like some friendly chirps. So the Siena dugout, both these dugouts fairly vocal. I mean, but we have not nearly seen their full capacity.
No.
The Syracuse dugout, my God, it's like a concert. It's so loud. Check swing, didn't go, and it's a ball. 1-0 as Ben Thomas sets his fourth inning of work. Ben Thomas already 6 strikeouts, and here's the 1-0. Left it again, and for good reason. Runs inside. 2-0 to Hemroth. Struck out swinging in the first to end the inning. Swung on, roped foul. Up high towards the parking lot. 2-1 now to Callan Hemroth. 6 foot 165, a freshman for Siena. Hits 286 on the year. Thomas sets, adjusts his glove. And now the glove at the face, looking down at Green. Gets his sign, wheels and deals. Take in, whizzes past Green. It's another ball. 3-1 to Hemroth. Thomas has walked just one batter today. Hemroth would be the second. No runners on the base path in the top of the fourth inning. Syracuse leads 2-1, no outs. Here's the 3-1. In the dirt, chucks the bat. It's a 5-pitch walk. Hemroth will take his base.
It just seemed like he was a little scared of him there. He was pitching around him, which I didn't really think he had to do, being that he struck him out on 4 pitches last time.
Callan Edwards takes the plate, a sophomore for Siena. Throws down quickly to Corrado to pin down the scurrying Hemroth, but he gets back in time. Now Corrado, a little more aware of what might be going on at his base. And Thomas gets the sign. Also checks in at first. Yeah, those guys are ready to pin Hemroth down if he makes a move. That one swung on, but fouled. Callan Edwards, decent amount of pitching for this Siena squad, but also has a good bat. 30 at-bats, 300 hitter. Thomas sets and deals. Take in upstairs. Fastball just couldn't quite find the zone. Thomas will get it back. 1-1 to Edwards. Runner on first. Thomas checks in at first. Corrado ready to get a throw if it happens. But Thomas will deal the 1-1. Take in, runs past Green, and here goes Hemroth taking his base at second. He advances cleanly. That's a passed ball. And a 2-1 count in store for Callan Edwards with a runner on second.
Yeah, Ben Thomas is losing just a little bit of control here, Ron.
A little bit as we hit the top of the fourth inning. 6 strikeouts already for Thomas, but right, he's cooled down just a little bit here. Here's the 2-1. Swung on, but fouled.
Got the bat moving early there. He was sitting fastball and didn't read that one well.
Right. It was a very slow swing. Started moving early. Edwards steps out, adjusts his tights and his pants, which are pulled up to the knees. Now he steps in, ready to go. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Send him back to the dugout. Edwards takes in the strikeout as he hangs his head and walks back. The 7th victim for Ben Thomas. Braden Langton steps in now, in at right field for Siena. Runner still at second. The first pitch to him, a bouncing ball to second. Run scored for Siena. A good jam evasion from Ben Thomas and the Syracuse defense. 2-1 SU on top as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Stick with us. Two-one ball game in the bottom of the 4th. It's Timmy Wilcox up to the plate for Syracuse. His first at-bat today. Flew out in the 2nd inning to center field. Got decent contact on that one, but he steps back in for another try. Check swings the first pitch. That's a strike. That fastball just finds the basement of the zone. 0-1 to Wilcox. A .333 hitter on the year. Here's the second pitch. That one's a little too low. 1-1 to Wilcox. Hockenberry on the bump for his 4th inning of work. Hasn't struck out a ton of batters, but has minimized the damage to just 2 Syracuse runs as Wilcox swings on the 1-1 foul right side. 1-2 count to Wilcox. Steps in the zone. Behind the dish, it's Slezak. He's done a decent job protecting. Here's the pitch. Check swing, fouled off the bat. Hockenberry gets it back. He pitches fairly quick. A lefty. Likes the first sign from Slezak. Sets at the waist, and here it comes. Take in the dirt. Good take from Wilcox. 2-2. Wilcox steps back in. That bat really pitched back behind the head. That's a called strike. Wilcox down looking. Just found the corner with a fastball. Hockenberry strikes out Wilcox for out number 1 of the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, Wilcox never really looked in control that at bat. Seemed like he was on his back heel the whole time.
Someone who has not shown that really at all this season. Up to the plate now, Brandon Phillips for Syracuse. A freshman for the Orange, but certainly doesn't play like one. Before his injury, was absolutely dealing as he gets good contact there, but it's flown out to left field. Edwards settles underneath it and makes the easy grab. Some good contact from Phillips, but to no avail. That's out number 2. Brandon Phillips retired. Opportunity for Hockenberry to go 1-2-3 for the 2nd time today. He did it in the 2nd inning, as that's a called strike against catcher Oliver Green. Green struck out in the 3rd, and he's already back up here in the 4th. A good leave from Green, 1-1 count. That one just a little high. A fastball, couldn't quite locate it. Here comes Hockenberry for the 1-1. Just drifted below the zone. Looked good, but then started to fall. A 2-1 count. Green steps in. Moving quickly is Hockenberry, not wasting much time. Gets the sign from Slezak and deals the 2-1. Fouled into the fence. Green rocking a mustache. You see that? That's a spring semester decision.
I like it.
Me too. I think it looks great. 2-2. Here it comes. Swung on, roped just above first base, and it's good enough to get on board. Oliver Green, some soft contact just floated above the head of Lazarus, and it stayed fair. So Oliver Green aboard.
I mean, that's just a beautiful piece of hitting.
Yeah.
Got just enough bat to it. There's going to be a courtesy runner for SU here. It's going to be Matt Goodman going in to run for Oliver Green.
Matt Goodman a lot quicker than Oliver Green. Green stands 6'1". Imagine he stood 2 feet tall. Stands 6'1", 200 pounds.
He'd walk every time.
His strike zone would be like the size of a water bottle. First pitch called strike. A ball to Grimaldi. Now here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. A big hack from Grimaldi. 1-1 count. Grimaldi, the second run for Syracuse, got on board with a base hit and made it all the way around. Checks in at first base. Hockenberry throws down. And Green scurries back in time. Goodman scurries back in time, right? That courtesy runner for Syracuse. Goodman a little quicker. So he's in at first base. And we are 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th. Throws again to first. The tag not in time.
Yeah, Goodman's kind of, he's in his head right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's dancing off the bag, kind of acting like he might go and run. And the lefty can see it all. Righties don't have that issue.
Grimaldi swings and misses on that one. That's strike 2. Grimaldi kind of upset that he swung, sulked off the base, and did a lap before he stepped back in the box. Grimaldi 3 strikeouts on the season through his 12 at-bats. Here's the pitch. Swung, soft bouncing ball to the pitcher, but it's retained. The throw to the pitcher, steps on the bag, and he's out. A close call at first base, but that'll end the inning in 4 batters. Syracuse still on top, 2-1. We'll head to the top of the 5th from Dave Kinney Field. Stick with us.
Welcome back here to Dave Kinney Field in Syracuse, New York. It's the top of the 5th. Syracuse Orange lead the Siena Saints 2-1. Here in NCBA play. I'm Jack Elliott, of course, here with Ron Mastrangelo. First pitch from Ben Thomas, entering his 5th inning of work, is fouled off by Nate Lucas. We'll start out 0-1.
Ben Thomas has looked great. And as a pitcher, the best thing you can do is be consistent. And that's really what he's shown this year. Just straight consistency.
Thomas shakes off a couple signs, gets the set and deal, and it's fouled off again by Lucas. Go to 0-2. So, Ben Thomas has looked solid. He's had some traffic, of course, but
a little bit.
He's worked well with runners on base. Shakes off a couple signs. The 0-2 just drops above the zone. And so the count will go to 1-2, a looping curveball that didn't quite find it. Thomas sets quick. Working quickly, the 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Thomas sits down Lucas for the first out of the inning.
Man.
And for his 8th strikeout of the game.
Yeah, he is just absolutely dealing. I mean, the sequencing is great. That curveball is so deceiving. That swing, that wasn't like a full confidence swing. That was such a hesitant, shaky one. He was completely in his head.
The shortstop Jacob Nagengast in now for the Saints. And takes ball 1 low and away. Breaking ball that couldn't find the zone. So we'll move to 1-0. Yeah, the decision to put the curveball right above the zone and then follow it up with a fastball on that last at-bat worked to perfection as a curveball catches the zone there for the 1-1.
It's really impressive that through 5 innings, which is a lot for NCBA, Thomas has still held up his stamina.
Another breaking ball dips into the zone. The 1-1 moves to 1-2. Thomas looking for his 9th strikeout victim, sets and deals. It's popped into center field. Wilcox was shaded right. He'll move over, calls off the right fielder, and makes the catch.
That was a near collision out in right field. It's good communication from Wilcox. Could be dangerous, but that was well executed.
Well, it is the center fielder's ball. That's the rule. If the center fielder calls it, it's
Right.
his. So
Right.
Grimaldi backed off. Wilcox made
He
the
did.
catch. And it seems like there's a lot more space. It seems like he's shaded towards left field out in center. Move back to the top of the order. The first pitch from Thomas to Hagen is just below the zone, a fastball. He starts off 1-0. Hagen has struck out twice. Line down to first base. A good backhanded play from Corrado. He's got to dig to the bag, and he'll get there just ahead of Hagen. And the side is retired. Corrado with a nifty play puts on the burners to get over to first. So we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. 2-1 Syracuse. We'll be right back. It's the bottom of the 5th here in Syracuse. The Orange lead 2-1 over the Siena Saints. And we flip to the top of the order for SU. Keenan Sawada at the plate.
Such a threat.
Takes the first pitch from Hockenberry, low and outside. Go to 1-0. He has doubled and was hit by a pitch and came around to score. The 1-0. He's above the zone with a fastball. So we'll move to 2-0 to Sawada.
Sawada, I mean, he's the key for Syracuse to contribute.
The 2-0 skips in from Hockenberry, maybe experiencing a little bit of arm fatigue. Hasn't found the zone yet this inning. So it's 3-0.
You know what I will say about Sawada, though, is that Syracuse has 2 runs really without much of him.
Hockenberry sets, and the fastball just catches the top of the zone. Sawada was about ready to chuck the bat and run to first. But instead, he'll do it again at 3-1. The 3-1 also catches the zone. Sawada checked his swing. Goes to 3-2.
I don't think he was ready for that. He stepped in the box, and he was nowhere near prepared for that pitch.
The payoff pitch from Hockenberry is upstairs, ball 4. So Sawada gets on his second free pass of the day after the hit by pitch. And there's a base-stealing threat at first, and Adam Neufeld stepping to the plate.
It's so satisfying to watch Sawada just do his thing. I mean, aside from that one instance where he stepped in the box and he wasn't quite ready, he just looks so comfortable. It looks like he owns every matchup, and the numbers back it up.
Neufeld the righty. Sawada takes off instantly. The throw down, not in time, and Sawada swipes the bag to put a runner in scoring position for SU. So Neufeld's job just became a bit easier.
I mean, what else is new, Jack? Keenan Sawada stealing second. Every single is a double for Keenan Sawada.
That's what it feels like. The lefty on righty matchup. Neufeld the righty. Takes the fastball outside. So it'll be a ball and a strike to Neufeld. Neufeld a 471 hitter. Takes a breaking ball down by his feet. Count moves 2-1. So Hockenberry still not quite able to locate. Comes set. The 2-1 is upstairs. So the count goes to 3-1 to Neufeld. We're going to get a second runner on for SU. Any way he can. Hockenberry sets. The 3-1 is a line into left field. Edwards is not going to get there, and that's going to go to the gap. Sawada is chugging around third. He's going to come in to score. It's a stand-up RBI double for Adam Neufeld. Syracuse leads 3-1. An absolute rocket off the bat of Neufeld. Syracuse is going to extend its lead.
That was absolutely crushed. No doubt about it. A rocket to left field. There wasn't even a chance that Edwards was going to get to that one.
And Hockenberry had to come back in the zone. It was a 3-1 count. Didn't want to let a second runner on, and he took advantage. It's Jack Corrado now. Up to the plate for Syracuse. Another batter who can deal significant damage with one swing. Takes the first pitch outside, though. He starts off 1-0. Syracuse bats starting to come alive a bit.
Yeah, and this is huge for the Orange. It's a great time to do it, and I think it shows, Syracuse starting to play not just automatically, but manually. They're thinking about what pitch is coming. They've gotten enough sample size out of Hockenberry to kind of be able to anticipate what's coming, where to put it, what's going on, and that's shown so far in the bottom of this fifth inning.
Lefty on lefty, Hockenberry to Corrado. Sets. The 1-0 is lined into center field. Backing up on it, making a diving grab is Delnicki to save a run for the Saints.
Wow.
Took 3 steps to his left and laid out on the hard hit line drive from Corrado to save at least a run and potentially extra bases.
What a play in the outfield from Delnicki. I mean, he caught that. He was horizontal, parallel to the ground.
Yeah, he went flying. He Supermaned out there. It's Jackson Greer, another lefty, stepping in now to face Hockenberry. First pitch comes in low. Runner on second and 1 out. Syracuse leads 3-1 here in the bottom of the fifth. Hockenberry sets the 1-0. Comes in at the knees, but ruled just low by the umpire. So it's 2-1. Excuse me, 2-0. The 2-0. Catches the zone with a breaking ball. So it's 2-1, and Hockenberry looking to work his way back into the count. Working quickly. The 2-1 skips in, and it's going to be an easy advance for Adam Neufeld down to third. So Syracuse has another run just 90 feet away. Greer settles back into the box.
Greer had that RBI in the third. Could do another one here.
Got an opportunity. The 3-1 is flied into left field.
I shouldn't have said
Edwards coming over on it. Makes the catch. Neufeld's going to tag, though. The throw coming in to the plate. Not in time. Neufeld gets in standing. A sacrifice fly for Jackson Greer, knocks in another run. Syracuse extends its lead to 4-1. And you take him any way you can right now for Syracuse.
I was going to say I shouldn't have said anything because he was popped out, but some really good speed shown there from Neufeld. I mean, that was some great speed. Great timing from the base. Very well executed.
So Jake Kleiman stepping into the box now. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Base is empty for Kleiman as a breaking ball drops in on him. 1-1. One is outside. And Kleiman's got a great eye, so he's a very patient hitter.
Yeah.
He's walked 4 times and struck out just 3 this year. 2-1. He's lined into left field. Edwards waits up on it. Makes the catch, and the side is retired, but not before Syracuse tacks on to its lead. 2 runs off an Adam Neufeld double and a Jackson Greer sacrifice fly makes it 4-1 Orange, headed to the top of the 6th. We'll be right back. Well, we're back for the top of the 6th inning, and surprise, surprise, Ben Thomas is still pitching for Syracuse. It's 4-1 Orange heading into the top of the 6th over the Siena Saints. Thomas sets and deals to Josh Delnicki, the center fielder, who was grounded out to short twice. First pitch skips in for a ball. 1-0. Thomas. And so Thomas falls behind 3-0 on Delnicki. A 3-0 pitch. Dots the inside corner. It's 3-1. That's the type of pitch you have to throw on 3-0.
And both pitchers kind of getting to the end of their lives here.
The 3-1. Chopped past the pitcher's mound. Sawada charging. Looking to make a quick throw. In time. No! It's bobbled by the first baseman, Corrado. And Delnicki reaches safely.
Man, Sawada is so fast. I mean, that ball was... It couldn't have been further from anyone's responsibility, but he charged that thing so quick. If the throw was just a little straighter, that would have been a beautiful play.
Yeah, the throw skipped into the glove of Corrado, and he couldn't pick it up off the ground.
Yeah.
And it brings up Shane Slezak as Thomas checks in already on Delnicki, who promises to be a speed threat as the center fielder. Slezak doubled in the first inning and then struck out his second appearance in the third. First pitch is outside to Slezak, so it's 1-0. One 1-0 to Slezak from Thomas. Runs upstairs with a fastball. It's 2-0. Righty on righty matchup here. Slezak, the big right-hander. If he gets bat on ball, it promises to be loud contact. The 2-0 from Thomas is lined into left field for a base hit. Kleiman gets in front of it, tosses in. Both runners advance. Delnicki advances to second, and Slezak is on with a single. A little bit of traffic here, and we'll see what Syracuse wants to do with Ben Thomas. Looks like there might be a quick conversation. No, they'll leave him out there. Had a quick talk with the ump. And it's going to be the second baseman, Neufeld, who's just going to come in, pat Thomas on the back, tell him to focus on the next hitter.
No outs in the top of the sixth, so not a ton to lean on if you're Ben Thomas here in terms of just something to, make you smile. He's got to work for it in this position.
Runners on first and second, no outs in the top of the sixth. Syracuse leads 4-1, and it's Lazarus Wiebicki at the plate for Siena.
What a name.
Takes the first pitch fastball just upstairs. Righty on righty matchup here. Wiebicki has walked and flied out to the right fielder. Thomas comes set. The 1-0. Fastball low. He's losing control of his fastball just a little bit here, and it's proving costly. So it's 2-0. Across the plate, and so it's 2-1. He gets his first strike of the at-bat.
Yeah, it just kind of clipped the side of the zone. Really well placed, and now there's a little bit of Wiebicki.
The 2-1 to Wiebicki. Bounces in, gets past the backstop green. Both runners are going to advance. So that makes things a little bit more difficult. It's second and third now after the wild pitch. Wiebicki has a chance to cut this deficit to 1 with a base hit.
Right. High stress now. Thomas was looking so great. And obviously with time, you see that wear and tear. But it's really starting to show now.
The 3-1 to Wiebicki. Here's the pitch. It's outside, ball 4. Got away from the catcher Green. No runners advance. But the bases are loaded now with no outs for Siena.
And, yeah, it looks like Syracuse is going to talk it over with Thomas right now. I think, it's pretty warranted.
It's a reasonable talking to. We'll see if they take the ball from him here or leave him to try and figure this mess out. Syracuse has a number of great mop-up guys in the bullpen who they can call upon, but nobody's been warming up. They've got one warming up. It's Balin Simmons, who is their main reliever. See what Syracuse decides to do. Looks like they're going to leave Thomas in at least for now as Simmons continues to get warm down that left field line in the makeshift bullpen.
Okay. A lot of these times, I don't know if this was the conversation that they were having per se, but a lot of times, they talk to the pitcher and Thomas will say something like, nah, this is my mess. I got to clean it up.
Let me get in there.
Right.
The first pitch skips away from Green, and a run is going to score. So Thomas's fastball just got right by Green, skipped way in front of the plate. Cullen Heimroth is going to start off with a 1-0 count, but a run comes in to score for Siena, and the deficit is cut to 2.
Not the way you want to start off after a mound visit.
Thomas settles in. The fastball comes in up and away. It's a 2-0 count. 2-0 pitch is swung on and missed by Heimroth. Count goes to 2-1. Thomas now looking to work quickly and get into a groove. The 2-1 upstairs with a fastball. Now it's 3-1. Thomas still working quickly from the stretch. That's outside, ball 4. It got away from Green again, and the run comes in. The deficit is halved for Siena. Heimroth trots to first on the walk. The wild pitch lets Slezak come in to score. Wiebicki moves to third, and the base paths continue to churn for the Saints. Syracuse is going to make a pitching change. We'll be right back. Still the top of the 6th here from Dave Kinney Field in Syracuse, New York. Syracuse up 4-3, but Siena has tacked on 2 runs this inning. Still no outs and runners on first and third for the Saints. So the pitching change for Syracuse, Ben Thomas comes out after 5+ innings of work, and they bring in the rubber arm of Balin Simmons, who can just pitch for as long as you need him to and mop up any mess.
We'll see if that proves true. I mean, Syracuse had a mound visit before those 2 runs came in, and
that's flied out into center field. First pitch he saw, that's going to go to the wall. 1 run comes in. Heimroth goes first to third on the stand-up double from Kellen Edwards. First pitch he saw, and this game, folks, is tied. It's just an unfortunate start.
it was an absolute nuke from Edwards.
It was tanked.
That was like 25, 30 feet away from being past the fence.
Yeah, if he gets any more of that ball, we're looking at a home run.
Yeah, so that was an impressive hit. But we were saying there was a mound visit before the 2 runs came in to score for Siena, and Thomas was left back out there. And we were saying, well, is this a decision? Is this a good decision, a bad one?
Right.
What was that conversation like? I mean, and almost immediately it proved to not be the right call.
So a tie game here in Syracuse, 4-4. Runners on second and third, no outs. First pitch breaking ball comes in the dirt from Simmons to Langdon. We'll start the count off 1-0. Brandon Langdon, the right fielder, has struck out looking and grounded out to the second baseman. Simmons is going to need a couple strikeouts if he wants to escape the rest of this inning unscathed. Simmons comes set. Pitch to Langdon comes in at the knees. A play at the plate as the ball skips away from Green. But Cullen Heimroth is going to come in to score, and the Siena Saints take the lead 5-4 over Syracuse.
Siena hadn't led since the 3rd inning. Now they're up for the first time.
So here in the top of the 6th, Syracuse goes down 5-4. Edwards moves to third on the passed ball. That's lined into left field by Langdon. It's going to get over the head of Kleiman and go to the wall. Skips up against the wall. Langdon churning for second. Edwards comes in to score. He's going to think about third, but hold up for a stand-up double. RBI double makes it 6-4 Siena over Syracuse, and this disaster of an inning for SU continues to get worse.
It's not only, it's not just walks and ticky-tack hits and
They're
getting
making
lucky.
hard contact.
These are absolute rockets.
It's going to bring up Nathan Lucas with an opportunity to continue to pile on. Still no outs and a runner on second for Siena. Simmons absolutely drills Lucas with the first pitch in that at-bat. Makes it first and second. Brings up Jacob Nagengast for the Saints.
I mean, and now 2 runners aboard. If this one goes by way of the Saints, it'll load the bases. Now you start thinking about another pitching change in just a matter of moments.
All right, and they're going to go get Adam Park warmed up, who is usually a starter, but they have a week or 2 before their next game, so they figure they can pitch him if they need to.
Right. I think that's very smart.
First pitch to Nagengast comes in just above the letters. Start off 1-0.
Park has been fantastic. He started the year, we saw him in one of those opening games against BU, and he was just terrific. He's been great since. I think it's a safe bet.
He's got an ERA just under 4 at 3.86 as the breaking ball comes in outside, and it's 2-0 to Nagengast. So now Simmons unable to find the zone. He looks a little rattled out there. The 2-0. Simmons comes set. And that's grounded down the third baseline, foul by Nagengast. It goes 2-1. So So Simmons continuing to try and churn. Looks in, gets his sign, comes set. The 2-1 to Nagengast. Is low and away. So the count goes to 3-1. Just a ball away from loading the bases yet again this inning. Feels like the traffic has been never ending. The 3-1 from Simmons. Working slowly, knows he has time. Comes in for a strike. The throw down to first, and they are going to tag Lucas off of first. A heads-up play from Oliver Green behind the plate to see Lucas was way off the bag. Syracuse gets gifted an out on the pickoff. The count runs full on Nagengast, and all of a sudden Syracuse could be in a position where they have 2 outs very quickly. Simmons looks in, gets the sign. The payoff pitch from Balin Simmons is inside ball 4, so they'll replace the picked off runner immediately. Jacob Nagengast walks down to first. So it remains first and second, and we'll flip over to the top of the order with Matt Hagen coming up to bat.
Hagen been pretty unproductive today, which is surprising. He's usually such a contributor for the Saints. But if he's going to do it, right now is the time.
He's struck out twice and ground 1-0. Second pitch to Hagen from Simmons. Comes set. And deals. It's a line down the left field line, but foul by Hagen, and the count evens up at 1. Got a solid piece of contact on that one. Couldn't make anything of it. Couldn't straighten it out. A 1-1. Simmons likes to work slowly. Comes set almost lackadaisically. And fires in a breaking ball. It's going to go down the right field line, foul.
Man, I mean, all the other innings before this, none of them exceeded 5 batters. And it seems like, it feels like this inning has just been never ending in the worst way possible for Syracuse.
The 1-2 from Simmons. Grounded down to third. Phillips comes up with it, fires to first, but it's going to draw Corrado off the bag. An E5 loads the bases up, and the Saints have batted around.
Little fumbling of the ball there from Phillips, and that's all Siena needed.
It's the second error in the inning for Syracuse. Inning started off with an E3. Now we get an E5.
All the wheels are coming off.
It's just a sloppy inning. So the bases are loaded now for Josh Delnicki.
His second time up in the inning. We've gone around.
He reached base on an error. Yes, the Saints have batted around. He reached base on an error and came all the way around to score. They're chatting it up with Simmons, maybe getting Park another minute to get ready, but it looks like Simmons is going to stay in and face Delnicki. So things moving a little slowly. Green went out to chat with Simmons, now comes back behind the plate and gets set. Umpire signals. It's Simmons' pitch.
It's a scary scenario.
Pitching under pressure, Balin Simmons. Bases loaded. First pitch to Delnicki comes in just low. This starts 1-0.
And you don't even have the luxury of 2 outs.
Oh, just 1 out. The 1-0 to Delnicki, who was grounded out twice and had the error. Comes in low and away. Now it's 2-0. Balin Simmons falling behind early on the 4th batter he's faced. 5th batter, excuse me. 2-0. Simmons sets. The kick and deal. It's fouled off. Brandon Phillips tried to go and make a grab, but it just fell out of his glove down that left field line.
That was a catchable foul ball.
And he just didn't quite get over to it, didn't quite get the reaction that he wanted.
And you saw him after that just slipped out of his leather, was knelt down on the grass, head in his hands for just a little bit. He knew that that was a play that he could have made.
A 2-1 now after that foul ball to Delnicki. Here's the pitch. Just comes in outside. Syracuse cannot catch a break. It's 3-1. In danger of walking in a runner now. So Simmons sets. Gets his sign. The 3-1 skips in low. Ball 4, and the run walks in. Delnicki goes to first. Hagen goes to second. Nagengast goes to third, and Langdon walks in. It's 7-4 Siena here in the top of the 6th. Bases are still loaded and only 1 out. We're going to go out and chat with Simmons, and we'll take a quick break while Syracuse mulls over what to do. Well, it's somehow still the top of the 6th here from Syracuse, New York.
Oh, my God.
The first pitch from Adam Park is driven deep into left field. Going back on it. It's over the wall and gone. A grand slam for Shane Slezak has blown the doors off this game. An absolute tank. The first home run we've seen all season, and it's a grand slam for Siena's Shane Slezak to put the Saints up 11-4. The first pitch he saw from the new arm, Adam Park, and he got every piece of it. My goodness, Rowan.
This game has taken quite a turn. 3 pitchers was not enough to slow down the Saints.
No.
And that was really such an exclamation point. I mean, this was kind of within reach, 3 runs, but now 7.
It's tough. Lazarus Wabicki in at the plate now.
It's tough.
Takes the first 2 pitches, 4 strikes. My goodness. That was a bomb. Lazarus lines one up the middle. Sawada gets over on it, but he bobbles it, and he does not make the throw. Holds onto the ball, and the frustration coming out for Syracuse. And E6 lets Lazarus Wabicki get on base.
Sawada has to make that play. He absolutely has to. I mean, he's the leader of this team. Sure, Jake Kleiman's the leader of this team, but Keenan Sawada on the field is the best guy there. You need to make that play, and you need to get this inning over with.
First pitch to Heimroth is lined into right field, and it's going to drop for a base hit in the gap. Wabicki runs. He's chugging along to third. The throw into second, not in time, and Colin Heimroth jogs into second with a stand-up double, and every single pitch is being absolutely demolished by Siena right now.
It's not even an exaggeration. All of them are being sent so far.
11-4, the score here from Dave Kinney Field. And some loud chirps from the Siena dugout.
I mean, I would be doing the same thing.
Kellen Edwards,
so much momentum,
who already has a double in this inning, up with runners on second and third, the opportunity to pile on to the Siena lead. Takes a fastball low from Park. Goes to 2-0 after the first pitch skipped in. Edwards settles into the box. The pitch from Park is low and away again, and the count goes to 3-0. So 0% of the Syracuse pitchers able to settle down right now. The 3-0 from Park to Edwards. Skips in for ball 4, and he will take his base. And the bases are loaded again after they were just cleared by Shane Slezak. The bases come loaded yet again.
Jack, we've called a lot of Syracuse games so far.
We have.
I've never seen a collapse like this.
It just seems like none of the pitchers can really get going, and maybe it's the cold, I don't know, but
That's a beautiful
Brayton Langdon takes the first pitch. It's a beautiful day, but it's still a little cold.
There's a little nip, yeah. But, I mean...
0-1 to Langdon is lined to short. Sawada up with it. On to second for one. The throw to first, not in time, and the ball skips away from Corrado. One run comes in to score, and here comes the second. And they're going to send another runner down to second after the ball got away. The tag in time at second base. So 2 runs come in to score on the play. But Syracuse gets out of the inning. 13-4, a 9-run Siena lead as we're going to head to the bottom of the 6th. We'll be back in just a moment. numbers. Oh, we're back here. It's finally the bottom of the 6th here from Dave Kinney Field in Syracuse, New York. And it's Timmy Wilcox up to bat for SU, but it was a massive inning, nearly batted around twice, the Saints did. Wilcox gets a hold of one into center field. The center fielder, Delnicki, going back on it. He's not going to get there. Wilcox chugging around to second. The throw in is a massive one, but Wilcox is going to hold at second with a stand-up double. Bottom of the 6th getting started the right way for Syracuse after a disastrous top of the inning in which they allowed 12 runs to cross the plate.
Insane.
3 different pitchers pitched. Finally got out of the inning on a double play fielder's choice that also allowed 2 runs to score.
That was a wacky play. I mean, there was a ton going on, but
that brings up Brandon Phillips, and if there's anybody who's going to start getting out of this deficit, it's this guy.
He was so fantastic early on in this season. He's a freshman, suffered an injury which ruled him out for the back third of the fall season, but now he's back.
The pitch comes in high, and it's 1-1 to Phillips. Wilcox steps off second.
Man.
Phillips waiting, and he'll take time.
I mean, it's just, I know that Wilcox just had a great hit, but it's just so hard to, like, get excited about it. When you're up against a 9-run deficit, like,
it's tough.
It is tough.
There has been a pitching change.
Such a huge mountain. For
the Saints. The freshman Thaddeus T.J. Pichowski is in to pitch now for the Saints. His second pitch to Phillips is grounded foul. It's 2-2. He's got a 10 ERA on the season. So if there's anybody for Syracuse to strike against, it's him. He's also from the Syracuse area, from West Hill. So 2-2 now to Phillips from Pichowski. Shakes one off. Comes set. Checks in on Wilcox. The kick and deal. Just low, and it's 3-2 now. The count runs full. Phillips has worked himself a full count. The pitch from Pichowski is swung on and missed. Drop third strike. They're going to throw down to first in time to get Phillips, but Wilcox is going to advance to third. That'll bring up Oliver Green.
Oh, what a great walk-up song.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say the exact same thing, Rowan.
For those that can't hear, it is Doo-Wop That Thing by Miss Lauryn Hill.
Absolute legend. Well, Oliver Green steps in, takes the first pitch high from Pichowski. Counts 1-0.
The Miseducation. I know you like that album.
Oh, I love that album.
How can you not?
Yeah. I love Lauryn Hill. I love the Fugees. Love Wyclef. People don't talk about Wyclef as much as Lauryn, but I love him. It's grounded down to shortstop by Green. Throw down to first is in time. They're going to try and get Wilcox coming home on the throw to first, but he's going to slide in safely. So Syracuse claws a run back. It's 13-5 on the RBI fielder's choice. Heads up play from Wilcox to get home on that one. It's 2 outs now, and Kyle Grimaldi stepping up to the plate for SU. Oh, it feels nice to get one back, huh, Rowan?
Yeah, you know, a courtesy run. Why not? Cuts the deficit to 8.
First pitch to Grimaldi comes in outside, 1-0. So Pichowski working well here. Allowed 1 earned run, but also has 2 outs recorded. Second pitch comes in upstairs, 2-0. I mean, the only way to come back is just start hitting, Rowan. 2-0.
It's a good observation from you, Jack.
It's the zone. Yeah, thanks, Rowan. It's 2-1. The 2-1. Skips in low. It's 3-1 now to Grimaldi, looking to get aboard. For the second time today, he singled back in the third inning.
And he made it all the way around. That was such a, I think back to that was such a different energy in the game back in that third inning.
The 3-1 comes in low. Grimaldi trots down to first with a walk, and that flips the lineup over back to the top of the order. Keenan Sawada gets to the plate now.
Now Sawada, not the most powerful hitter, so
he's reached base in all 3 at-bats.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. He's reliable.
And scored in 2 of them. First pitch to Sawada, swing and a miss. Took a big hack at that one.
What a beautiful pitch. You saw Sawada during his swing. He dropped with the knees. He was chasing that.
Ooh, and Sawada gets nailed again. He is a hit-by-pitch magnet.
Wow.
He will take his base, force Grimaldi down to second. They're going to go in and talk to Pichowski real quick. Sawada hit for the second time this game, and it just seems like, I don't know why.
Why does he get hit all the time?
He's a smaller gentleman.
I don't understand. It happens every game almost.
There's less target to aim for. I actually don't understand how he is constantly getting beamed.
He's always he's always so frustrated when he gets it because he wants to bat. He's great at it. It's one of his strengths, but
that on-base percentage just keeps climbing.
It just keeps going up.
He's reached base in all 4 plate appearances today. That brings up Adam Neufeld, who doubled in his last at-bat, started a rally for SU. Was one of 2 who got in for the Orange. First pitch to him comes in low and away. It's 1-0. So you got the meat of the order coming up here for Syracuse. The second pitch skips in low too. Pichowski having trouble controlling things.
Meat.
A real heart of the order. It's 2-0 now. The 2-0 skips in low and away again, so it's 3-0, and Pichowski running into a little bit of trouble now. Righty on righty matchup. Neufeld with that pink bat.
Love
that
a
pitch
pink
comes
bat.
in high, and he will trot down to first.
Chucks the pink bat. Love a pink bat.
It's pretty.
It is pretty.
So still 2 outs here for Syracuse in the bottom of the 6th. 13-5 Siena. Runners at every base. The bases are loaded for Jack Corrado.
But all these bases, it was a walk for Neufeld, a hit by pitch for Sawada, and then a walk for Grimaldi. Nothing from the bat.
And Corrado likes to be aggressive, but he's going to have to temper that here.
Right.
It's a pitcher who has not been able to find the zone. Takes the first pitch below the knees for a ball, and the second pitch just a couple inches higher. Clips the strike zone, 1-1.
Great adjustment from Pichowski to get that in the zone.
The 1-1 skips in the dirt, a couple feet in front of home plate. Corrado laid off, so it's 2-1 now.
Right now, Pichowski really favoring the floor of the zone. All 3 of those pitches have been around the bottom of that strike zone.
He's not getting it up. He's not keeping the ball up. So the 2-1 now to Corrado is high.
Right.
Adjusted a little bit too much. And now it's 3-1. Syracuse gets an opportunity to walk in a runner. Corrado settles into the box. Pichowski comes set. The 3-1. Called strike on the outside corner from the fastball, and the count runs full. 2 outs, bases loaded, so the merry-go-round will be in motion. Free license to run as soon as the pitch is thrown. The kick and deal. Up and away. Ball 4. Syracuse walks in a runner. Grimaldi heads home. Sawada to third. Neufeld to second. And Corrado trots down to first on the bases loaded walk. It's 13-6, and Syracuse just closing the gap little by little. And it's Jackson Greer up. He has a sacrifice fly and a single today, and he pops the first pitch into foul ground. The third baseman Heimroth coming over to it, and he couldn't see it. It drops behind him. Came all the way over to the fence, and it dropped about 5 feet to the left of him. So Syracuse gets away with one, and it's 0-1 to Greer.
Kind of the same spot where Phillips had his mishap early on in the game.
And it's tough. The field dimensions are not traditional.
No.
So it's tough to play down that third base line. The 0-1 to Greer comes in just below the knees, so it's 1-1. The kick and deal from Pachowski, the 1-1, is low again, low and inside, and so now it's 2-1. Two and one. Greer gets ahead in the count. The kick and deal. Oh, that'll come in at the knees. 2-2. A good make pitch from Pachowski. 2-2 from Pachowski. It's popped foul again by Greer, and that's going to go far out of play. We'll do it again at 2-2. So 2-2 again after the foul ball. Pachowski comes set. Greer waiting. Here's the pitch. Just outside. Ball 3, and we'll go full again. And Rowan, I get to say it again. The merry-go-round will be in motion for Syracuse here.
It's a beautiful phrase.
It's wonderful. Shout out Howie Rose for that one. That's a play-by-play guy. The 3-2 comes in low. Ball 4. And another run is walked in for Syracuse.
Boy.
And Siena isn't even thinking about talking to Pachowski here. As the executive, Jake Kleiman, strides to the plate. So the president himself with an opportunity to get Syracuse back into this one. It's 13-7, Siena. First pitch comes in outside. Kleiman takes. It's 1-0. Smaller frame, more difficult to pitch to for Kleiman. Pachowski sets and deals. The 1-0 is inside, ball 2. And Pachowski just cannot find the zone at all.
And you parlay Kleiman's smaller frame with just his overall patience as a hitter. He's a tough matchup.
He's a tough out. He is a tough out. So it's 2-0 to Kleiman, waiting at the plate right now. Just the shortstop, Nagengas, took a second, went out and chatted with Pachowski. The kick and deal from Pachowski to Kleiman is outside, ball 3 with a fastball. Righty on lefty matchup goes 3-0. Kleiman looking to get aboard and force another run in. The 3-0 pitch skips in low, ball 4. It's an RBI walk for Jake Kleiman. All the runners advance. Neufeld comes in now. And Syracuse has batted around. Tim Wilcox started things off with a double this inning. We'll get another chance to bat.
I mean, what is this? 4 straight walks?
And it looks like Siena's going to go make a pitching change, so we'll take a minute. We'll be right back. Well, it's still the bottom of the 6th here in Syracuse, New York. Syracuse has batted around, and we got a submariner in for the Saints after the pitching change. It's number 17, Colby Robb. He's pitched .2 innings this year and allowed 2 runs, neither of them earned. First pitch came across a ball. Second pitch catches the top right corner of the zone. It's 1-1 to Wilcox. Wilcox started this inning off with a double. Pops that one straight up on the infield. Coming in for it is the third baseman. No, it's going to be the pitcher, Robb, who ends up making the grab. And the side is retired, but not before Syracuse scratches 4 runs across, cuts the deficit to 5. We'll be right back. Well, it's the top of the 7th here in Syracuse, New York. And the Orange managed to scratch a couple runs across in the bottom of the 6th to cut the deficit to 5. But Siena gets another opportunity here to add on. It's 13-8. And it's Nate Lucas who took the first pitch for a ball from Adam Park just a second ago into bat. He lines that one into right field, and Grimaldi's going to have to wait up on it and let it drop. He'll fire in, but it's a leadoff single for Nate Lucas.
Great hit from Lucas. Was patient, settled on it, a really smooth swing. Not a ton of power, but just put it in a spot where the defense is vulnerable.
That brings up Jake Nagengast for Siena. Doubled his last time up. Has an opportunity with a runner on first. Takes the first pitch for a strike and falls behind 0-1. The 0-1 skips in from Park. Goes to 1-1. Park settles, checks in on his runner, but he's not paying him much mind. The 1-1. Breaking ball goes low and away, and it's 2-1. Juan Soto just hit a game-tying single in the Mets game.
What's the score of that one?
2-2.
Oh.
Lower scoring.
Oh, they're giving them a run for their money.
Well, there's going to be a steal attempt here. It's going to get by the second baseman. and skip into center field, backed up well by Sawada, but the ball was dropped by Green, and Lucas took advantage of it.
In terms of the Mets, you like the Mets.
I do.
I like the Yankees.
You do, as the strike comes in and it's 3-2.
It's good to see.
It's a Nagengast.
It's good to see both the New York teams competitive.
I completely agree.
It's exciting.
The city is better. Someday we'll get a Subway World Series. The 3-2 is just outside for ball 4. And Nagengast gets aboard with a walk. So now runners on first and second for the Saints with Matt Hagan coming up. Leadoff man for the Saints has struck out twice, been grounded out to first, and reached on an error as he takes a big hack at a high fastball. Start off 0-1. They are describing him as LeBron James in the dugout.
Well, that's a pretty generous comparison.
Double steal attempt here, and it's bunted forward. Park's going to have to go to first for the easy out.
All right.
That's a sacrifice bunt from Hagan. Advances Lucas to third and Nagengast to second. Now 2 runners in scoring position for Josh Delnicki, who last inning reached on an error and walked.
Sounds about right, Jack.
A productive inning for him. As he fouls the first pitch back into the screen. It's 0-1.
Yeah, it sounds about right. I mean, walks, errors, honestly on both sides, it's been very pertinent.
Yeah, it was the same in the bottom of the 6th.
Right. It's the only reason Syracuse is within 5 and not 8 or 9.
The 0-1 is grounded down to second, and it just gets through the glove of the second baseman, Matt Goodman. He's just going to keep running. There was a throwing error home. They're going to get the out as he tries to extend the single into reaching second base with an error. He tried to reach third on the error, and he's now down on the ground after being tagged out by Phillips at third. So 2-run score for the Saints to make it 8-15. But Delnicki is down and hurt at third base. We'll take a quick step aside as the Saints figure out what they're doing. So just a brief step aside as Delnicki made his way off the field under his own power, but it's 15-8 Siena after the E4 charged to Matt Goodman. And it's Shane Slezak who had the grand slam, which punctuated the last inning, blew the game open. And he steps in against Park, takes the first pitch for a ball, and the second one comes in high as well. So it's 2-0 already to Slezak. Park sets. Pitching from the full windup. Dots the outside corner with a fastball, 2-1.
His 5th at-bat in a 7-inning game, that's just unbelievable.
That's ridiculous. He lines one into left field. Going back on it is Kleiman at the wall, and it's gone! The second home run of the game for Shane Slezak. He is tearing Syracuse apart. 16-8. The Saints have doubled up the orange yet again. And Shane Slezak homers for the second straight inning, Rowan.
What is going on?
I don't know what to say.
This is so polar to how this game started. It started slow,
this was a
methodical, pitching duel, defense. A 1 run felt like 10, and now it's like
16-8.
Now it's 16-8. this is unbelievable. The tables have really turned, not just in who's dominating this game, but the pace of play and how this game is going. Night and day.
Lazarus Wabicki takes the first pitch for a strike, the 0-1. Catches the corner as well, and he falls behind 0-2. Kick and deal from Park is fouled into the screen. We'll do it again at 0-2. Boy. How about Shane Slezak? What a name to remember.
I mean, he got all over that one. And the left fielder Kleiman, he didn't even really try.
The 0-2 to Wabicki is lined into right field. Grimaldi is there under it, makes the catch, and the side is retired, but not before the Saints add on 3 more, including a solo shot. Shane Slezak's second of the game. We'll be right back to see if the Orange. Oh no, we're gonna keep it here for this break because Syracuse can't get a win here. They'll have one more opportunity. They have at least taken a basketball head coach from Siena recently. That's Jerry McNamara coming back to his alma mater to coach the basketball team after Adrian Autry was fired.
It's a decent trade-off, getting a head coach in exchange for a possible 8-run loss.
I would agree, and it does depend on how you feel about
the
GMAC.
hire. I'm a fan of the hire. I really am. I mean, all this talk about get out of the family, the only reason people say that is because Adrian Autry was a catastrophic failure. It's really one of the only examples you can point to where saying an in-family hire didn't work.
I think the other reason that they say that is because the last few years of Boeheim were so poor.
Because the game was changing. I mean, if Boeheim was here during NIL, God forbid, it would have been a train wreck. Having an 82-year-old man trying to operate NIL, I mean, it's like telling a chimp to use a calculator. It's just not going to work. It's not. You're asking too much.
You're being phased out of the game.
Yeah, and the game was changing. 3-point volume was going up. A 2-3 zone on defense is no longer feasible. I don't think that's Boeheim's problem. That's just the game is changing, and you're kind of old. So I think an in-family hire is no problem. But he also got some exposure, of what an out-of-family job looks like at Siena. So he has that. He has that multiple approaches.
Went to Siena, went toe-to-toe with Duke in the first round of the NCAA tournament.
How do you feel about it?
I'm mixed. My questions I ask, because I don't love the in-family hire, is we'll get started here in the bottom of the 7th. A strike to Brandon Phillips to start things off.
I wish we could pause the game and talk more about it. It's such a great conversation topic. There's so many sides to it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we
got pitch
a game.
Comes in. We unfortunately do got a game.
A
ball to Phillips
not
from Colby Robb, who pitched last inning. Another ball to Phillips. But here's the thing. I hesitate because I do kind of think there's some merit to the and family stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And also my question is, obviously he's done great things at Siena.
Yeah.
And I think the critique of we're judging him off of 1 hour of basketball is kind of lame.
Yes.
Because
100%.
That's not true. But would we be in this position? Would Syracuse have tried harder for a Josh Schertz, somebody like that, who just turned down the NC State job earlier? Mm-hmm. Would Syracuse have tried harder for someone like that if it had been a blowout loss to Duke? Either way, they lost.
It's a super reasonable question because the answers on both sides are so valid.
Phillips lines one down to second. Up with it is Hagen on to first in time for the first out of the inning. 4-3 put out. Sits Phillips down, and that brings up Oliver Green. Syracuse down to their final 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th.
I think the Duke game for GMAC was a total audition.
Absolutely.
It was a total audition.
God, and I wish they'd won.
I would have been electric. But I think bigger picture, it's Siena's first tournament appearance in 15 years. Their first MAC championship.
No, absolutely. And that's what I mean, because you don't judge it off that first game. He turned the program around.
So I think they still would have shot him an offer if they got blown out, because that's what was expected.
Right. Green drives one down the left field line, but it's going to go foul. Nearly got over the fence. Would have been the 3rd home run of the game if he had straightened it out. Start off 0-1.
What I will say is that GMAC got hired about 4 or 5 days after that game. I think he probably would have gotten hired maybe 15, 20 days after.
Sure.
It would have been a longer, more drawn out, less decisive search if that occurred.
Robb looks into Green and fires one high. go to 2-1. Green takes a hack at that fastball, dribbles it in front of the pitcher's mound. Rob up with it, over to first in time, and the Orange are down to their last out. And the batter is Kyle Grimaldi. So Syracuse just kind of going out with a bit of a whimper here in this last inning. Two softly hit balls from Phillips and Green.
Right.
Grimaldi takes a big hack at the first pitch. Starts off 0-1.
And you know what? I'm really curious what Kleiman's going to tell his folks after the game today, because they had it. It was right in their grasp.
Grimaldi lines one into center field. Moving over on it is Delnicki. He makes the grab, and the ball game is over. So the Siena Saints take down the Syracuse Orange in another blowout, 16-8. One disaster inning in which the Orange allowed 12 runs. 2 home runs from Shane Slezak punctuate a massive performance from the whole Siena offense. And it just wasn't the best that we've seen out of Syracuse today.
I think the biggest difference between these two teams, obviously the pitching was really questionable. A ton of walks, a couple hit-by pitches from Siena to Cuse, and a few errors. But what Siena did differently is that when the bases were loaded, a big hit came. They hit big in the right moments, and Syracuse just couldn't quite do that. They had a few moments where the bases were loaded, and then that was that. It was just a walk, nothing more. The Saints hit big, and Cuse didn't.
So Syracuse drops the series to Siena 2-1. Drops to 5-4 in conference play. We've got more matchups upcoming. We'll have them all streamed, whether it's with me and Rowan, or me and Carson, or Carson and Kalen. We'll find out. But we appreciate you all